Hello and welcome back to Techtonica. In our last episode, we found some atlantum. We built a few temporary or maybe permanent assemblies, and then we came down here into this research lab looking area. We came across this from over here and jumped down this elevator shaft down to there, and then climbed back up from the bottom of the waterfall here, all the way back up to this point. And we explored through these buildings. We found some interesting stuff, including a strange stone in that one, some additional plant-related stuff in this one, all to scan, as well as some boxes of materials, and a bunch of stuff to scan, including this radar dish. And so when I was over there and turned around to come back here and take a picture for yesterday's thumbnail, I saw that it was still shimmering, as if you need to scan it, but it's not scannable. Not in any way, actually. I don't know why that's still shimmering as if it needs to be scanned, because it's definitely not scannable. So I just wanted to show you that before we went on and forward and onward. So let's go this way and over to this area over here where we started going at the end of the last episode. And we need to dig our way up. We need to dig our way up into there to see what that that's red Wally. See what that green dot is, and there's some more stuff over there, but that could be stuff inside of the rooms we couldn't get to yet, and I don't know what that one is down there specifically. That could be the chest we opened up on the bottom of the elevator. Yeah, I bet you that's what that is. And I don't know what that one is, but that could be behind the door we can't get to yet either. So here there's a green dot there that we want to try to get to, and then we just need to work our way up. Let's see if we can kind of show, kind of up to follow the river, follow the water here, and see if we can get back out of this this cavern and into some place that's a little more civilized. So yeah, let's go back behind this one here maybe and find that green dot if we can. Is that limestone? No, it's just rocks. Okay. I think I'm going in the right direction. We can check it in a little bit. And the coolant is working now that we have the coolant things. So I think what I want to do at some point here is make a little bit of an assembly for those. We went too high, too far, too fast, and too much in the wrong direction. Alright, then come back down. How about this? How does that look? It's a little below us and to the left. Okay, then come down here then. How about now? Still below us, but directly below us this time. Alright, well then let's come back out here and cut a little lower. Maybe even a little lower than that if we can. I haven't fully judged how that 3D render map works. Yeah, that's really eating through our coolant. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Nice! Some chips and some stack inserters. Oh, take them all. Space to take them all. I always forget about the take them all space thing. Yeah, and we can't remove these chests, so they stay here forever, which is kind of a bummer, because I would like to be able to, get rid of them. So they're not on my map permanently, but that's fine, I guess. So we need to just dig up, and I'm really interested to see what happens when we dig up underneath one of these rivers, because it could be that the riverbeds are just non-removable blocks. That sounded weird. Non-removable blocks. That's the word. Or we could dig up into the water. The river that we came through... Yeah, it's a non-removable block. Alright. The river that we came through from Lima to Victor was a... Alright, we're on the other side of the river now. What were non-removable blocks too around the whole bed of the river. Alright, here we are up above that river, which is good enough for me for right now at least. So let's run this way. That was the other direction that the river forked around, and we can go this way. Ooh, there's a rock that appeared out of nowhere. These rocks are phasing a little. I'm going to guess that's just a little bit of a game bug there. No big deal. No big deal. And here's another waterfall. Well, we know how to deal with waterfalls now, at least. Let's look around a little bit here to see what's around. Up above us, there are some materials at the top of this. Oh, yes, up there. But I wanted to go see what this waterfall looked like, because that looks pretty cool. It does. And there's two waterfalls there, of course, coming down from a lake. There's a green bunch of green over here, and there's a little bit up here too. I can't zoom out anymore, but there's more green floating in space. So I want to try to get up here just to see what this is, and then we'll go maybe that way and see if that takes us back to the base that we wanted to go to. We're probably going to have to be a little creative with this, though, to get up there. So let's go up maybe like here. Because we're going to hit probably the non-removable blocks, English volley, eventually here, if we go too close to the water, too fast at least. We're almost out of coolant, too, so I think we should probably... Yeah, we're hitting protected area. You can see that. Ooh. I heard a chime. Oh, mushroom. Order for discovery of the fungus grotto area. That would be this, presumably. Ooh. Ooh. Let's scan those. This is called Cauldron Giant, by the way. Those we've already seen. Ooh. Is that this Cauldron Giant still too?
I remember having to put an auto shield field up around those Cauldron Giant plants to keep them from getting chopped down.
Yeah.
We realized early on that natural sources of light were worth keeping around. Plenty of room to build factories by cutting into walls. You don't always need to kill the view.
Mm-hmm. Those are really cool looking.
I'm very happy to see that the freight elevator is still intact.
Me too.
Not sure if it actually works, but obviously it would not have been easy to rebuild from scratch. Let's take a look.
Offline.
FPS system offline. Critical failure.
Baseline power is definitely restored here, but something else is going on.
Something to scan back there. So this...
We've already examined this. Check your log.
Yeah, thank you. I understand. This is not a door that's labeled on our stuff, though, so... Whatever. Bossy. Entrance offline, repair freight elevator. Okay, so how do we repair the freight elevator? J for logs. And... Does that appear? No. Okay. Victor, door, R-E-R... Yeah, it doesn't appear here. What down here? No, this isn't... Wait, this is not the log. This is the journal. Is it L for logs? Yeah, L for logs. And that's the beginning of the thing. Let's come all the way up to the top then, I guess. It doesn't tell me how much it will cost to repair, though. But this is like another production terminal looking thing, in that it's got all the inlets and power connection and things like that. It's just a scannable light. These are some miners and things, some Mark IIs though, so we might want to get in there if we can and scan those. And I guess we can go over here and scan this. That was I didn't see what it was before we scanned it. Oh well. But that's the room we need to get into to get to those, I assume, which is controlled by this door, which, yeah. All right. Yeah, and these are indeed level 2 or Mark II machines. Can we scale these things? Oh, yes, we can. Well, some of them. There we go. I'm kind of surprised there's not any chips to scan around here, but then again, I could have missed them. Yeah, there's one over there. I see it. What have we here? Why is this one up here? No materials here. Is that... Am I seeing that chip on the map right there? And does that green dot disappear now? Back up a little bit. No, so that's something else that I'm seeing on the map there. Interesting. I didn't see what that even gave me, though. That was dumb. That's not in the log. So where do I see... This is still day 1? Wow. Yeah, we started at 22:16 in the evening. On presumably day 0, I guess. Alright. Data bank. I don't know what I just scanned. Probably one of these things that's marked as new. But I have no idea. I'm sure it unlocks... I'll look at the video when I'm done, but I'm sure it unlocks something in my research queue. That's okay. So I don't know what it's specifically... Oh, there's a chest down there. That's what it's specifically seeing. Okay. Alright. Can we get up here on these for any reason? Any good reason, I should say? No. Okay, so now we're going to figure out how to fix the freight elevator, which it won't tell me.
We've already examined this. Check your log.
Yeah, you won't show me how to examine this. This is the log. You just said this. But you're not saying how much it's going to cost to fix. And you won't even give me the screen to show me how much it's going to cost to fix. And this won't let me get in here until we fix the freight elevator.
Facility access door unavailable. Restore freight elevator operations to unseal.
Does that appear in the log? No. Curious.
We've already examined
Yeah,
this.
I understand.
Check your log.
Thank you. Okay, well, we'll have to come back here then. So this cave... Yeah, there's 3 things in here, and there's something behind that waterfall there, too. This cave is has some resources in it, of course. I think we should go... we could first of all, we could go and see what's behind that waterfall, if we wanted to dig in there. That's a bit of a dig, but we could do it, and we're out of coolant. I could make some more coolant, though. Oh, yes. And I can see the green dot on my map. My mini-map, I guess. Yeah, see, it's protected area behind that waterfall. So we have to actually avoid certain things in some cases. I think we're coming up close to it now. Like right in here someplace. Maybe not yet. Or it's just above or just below us. One more hit just to make sure. Oh, there it is. Good timing. Alright, that gives me 1 Thresher Mark II. How much space do we have? Enough because one of those things, or 2 of those things were stackable. Okay. That'll be nice. And we got a ridiculous amount of limestone. Okay. So we need to do that a few other areas too that we've seen the little green dots. I had realized it before, but I didn't actually say it. Oh, you have 121 coolant now because we picked up a bunch. That's nice. These are not scannable. I don't remember what all plants and things we have. We must have basically picked up everything but these big ones. These cauldron mushroom things. So, yeah. Let's see. You are pointing me in this direction. Why? To go that way into those caves. Okay, but let's not do that just yet. Let's explore a little bit more. You are pointing me in this direction. Oh, found one. I just read what it said. MDR Power Trim 3. And the light here is brought to us by these plants, I guess. Yeah, I don't see any other lights. I need to keep looking for that soft pink-looking light, though, of the chips. But the problem is these flowers or these plants also emit a soft pink light, which is disturbing. Okay, so back there was just a bit of limestone, it looked like. And then this direction has a bit of iron as well. So if we need those resources here, we have them. And this is good because it's in proximity to the, whatchamacallit here, but not super close. Just like there's a bunch of copper over there, some more iron, I think, and maybe something else. Well, that one's way up there. Look at that. That's going to be fun to get to. We'll do that one later. So let's go this way, down this cave here, and see what it leads us to. Oh, there's actually maybe a tunnel leading partially up there. We should actually go look for that before we do this. Can we, like, climb this here to get to that? Seems like something is guiding me. Yeah, see, this light is saying, hey, come this way, dummy. And Pete said in the chat yesterday that me using the scanner reminded him of himself walking home and using his phone as a flashlight. Walking home in the dark and using his phone as a flashlight. I was amused by that. I liked that. So yeah, this is just like an overlook. But it has access to this copper, which is tasty. And obviously there's more like up, or it's probably the same node, but it's more up here somewhere with access to that. And we could actually punch through this back wall over here and get to that chest. without too much strife. And this may or may not be telling us exactly where to punch through. Height-wise, we got to go up a bit, but not too much. Not crazy up like Wally did the last one. Up, but a little up. Okay, a little more up. We're going in more or less the right direction, though. We're a little too high and a little too far to the right now, though. Let's go maybe here. Might be a little too far to the left, I think, based on the mini-map. And there we are. More coolant, what are they called? Cooling systems? There we go. Delicious. Alright. Well, we did that anyway, even though I said I wasn't going to. I think we should take the short route back. Inventory's overloaded and we're over encumbered. Yeah. Well, we might have to drop some of the... everything we could do is follow this river, by the way. But that looks like it might lead a crazy path down a... down into a... another valley. Although there are some things here. Can't remember if that's... That might be where HA and SC are. So maybe that's a good place to go, but we're going to go this way first. Because I wanted to. We'll use our phone here. Sort of like the equivalent of the tricorder on Star Trek. Kind of. Again, I'm just looking for the pink glow of the light. And anything that shimmers like a scrap besides the lights. The pink glow of the chips, the thumb drives. And then there's a lot of pink glow there. Okay, you take me out to something over here. And you go that way. Where the heck am I supposed to go? Which way do I go? We were that way. Let's go into here first. I have a suspicion about this way, so let's go this way first. My suspicion is that we won't be able to do much, by the way. Just so you know that I wasn't suspecting anything. Yeah.
Facility access door unavailable.
Atlantum ingot 50, high voltage cable 50. Alright, well, we can't do any of those. So that kills that, because we'd have to drill through this, and I'm guessing it's a protected area. Just because, well, I've been playing this game long enough to know. But there's obviously a chest in there and more here, so we'll have to figure out what this building is for later. Let's go and do this other route, then. Careful about the pink glow in here to see if there's... Oh, there's one. See, if it's bright enough, you can't see the dang chips laying on the ground. That was ASM Power Trim 3. By the way, all these chips, I noticed, I didn't look at in detail, but all these chips are on the super awesome calculator map website that a couple of fans built. So if you are, if you want to have some spoilers, that would be a way to find those things. If you've struggled to find the last few, that would be the way to find them. Pack size 5, now available. We have not yet learned how to make packs, so I don't know how useful that is, but I'm assuming it's going to be, because I'm assuming that we'll be able to, like, pack the items together. Okay, so we are now, let's see, where the hell are we? We are, that was the river we could have come down. We are here. Is this is HA. Okay, I thought so. So we're here kind of almost near to our original base. We don't have the stuff for HA yet because that takes the advanced circuits, but also we don't really need them because this was the place where we can't remove these, right? Yeah. Where we can't actually get into where we could get through the roof, so we didn't need to get into here. So as I suspected, that river there would have led us back down here as well. So then SC is that building over there. And eventually we might be able to figure out how to get up there, although I don't know that that goes anywhere. I don't see any green stuff up there anyway. We could potentially see about getting up there at some point if it's not protected, but it'd be a long way off. So we could follow the river back, or we could follow this tunnel back that we dug originally. whichever way. I did clear that river so we could get through there. We never did make it into this area down here either, so we could eventually do that too, which it looks like we want to do from there. It's almost connected there. So I think we will go back the river route. I think the river route sounds good. Because I don't think I actually did that on camera. I think I did that off camera. Oh, I have some more stuff here I could scan that I didn't scan before. Oops. Give me some more stuff. I like stuff. So, one thing we could do here, by the way, is we could rebuild against these some additional water wheels and some additional power generators to get a nice power plant here in this river. That might be a good plan to do at some point in the future. Right now, they're basically wasted, but there's only really 2 water wheels sitting here, and you know, a handful of power things we can't use. Plus, of course, some accumulators that we can't deconstruct. You can't deconstruct any of this pre-built stuff, which is kind of annoying, I guess, but it's fine too. I don't care that much. All right, let's go down this way to the river. We're over this way to the river and down into the...
Fun fact, Breaker.
Oh.
Before they adjusted our suits for them, those creeper plants used to reach out and try to grab anybody who walked by.
Which is stuff.
Got so common that it became a rite of passage for people who joined Deep Recon. Spaghetti got her call sign off of it.
I don't know what that was that I picked up. I forgot to look at the thing again, but it was something. It was definitely something. And then, so we can just follow this river back home. And that's the place to go right now, I think. So we've done a little bit of advancement. And I cut this out, I think, off camera. This leads us to this cave here that we still have not fully explored. We did this part up here, and we went that way, I think was the way we went. Yeah, that was the way we went to get to that research facility entrance. So there's a chest right there we could do, and then there's a couple of things over here. And that might be just a little bit of a limestone node, I'm not sure. But we'll eventually get back into that and look at that at some point. For now, I'm satisfied with this. What is this right here, though? Oh, is that a light that I rebuilt? That might be a light that I rebuilt. Yeah, it is. That's my light that I rebuilt. It tells me, hey, here's where your accumulator building is. Let's go back through the accumulator rows. And why don't we do this while we're here, since I mused about it the last time. And put it like that wide. Yeah, that's good right there. Alright, so we are back home. We might have enough processor units now. We need to get rid of some of the stuff we're over encumbered with. Limestone is a, yeah, you and you. Yeah, these are all full because we're not using hardly any of this biobrick right now. But we can offload some of it. We can put some of it in a chest or something to... I don't know. Back over here, though? What do you know? Where are we at? We still need 440 more processor units. You are taking your sweet time, which I'm not really that surprised with, but I have it going automatically, which is the important part here. Another thing we could do, if we're just talking about things we can do, another thing we could do is perhaps clear out some of the rock around some of these things to maybe fit more of these in. But on the other hand, I don't know that really more of them fit in, so it might not be worth it. Instead, since we've made all of the whatever the heck we were making here, the water wheels that we could fit in that box, we could put that one right here, which is at more or less the right spacing. More than less, really. We could put it right here. Let's see. It needs to go there. And it needs to go... Yeah, that would be fine. Let's clear these out. Clear those a little bit, too. At least that far. Clear this last of these belts, too. And then I think we can get another one of those in here. We have one, I think, in hand here someplace. There it is. You can go to good old trusty F10. Valid placement. You like going there. I would like it to be over here, but it needs to be 3 tiles away from any constructions. So we could fix that by, well, how much more space do we need, actually? I think 3? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. which could be good enough. I guess I should have thought about that before I did it, though. Why don't you want to come over this way any further? Odd. Why won't it come over this way any closer? Is there something down here that's preventing us? Nothing that I've built. Is it not like being that close to those? That could be. Let's put this down just to see where it's at. Because this isn't exactly in the same alignment as that. I think we're off by 1. What is blocking me now? I think we're off by 1 tile. It shouldn't be that. This is totally arbitrary, and we don't really need to worry about it. But I'm doing it because I'm weird. Yeah, I think we're off by 1. Because 1, 2, 3, yep. Yep, I think so. So why are we off by 1? And why can't I put it here? Why can't I shift it over by 1 more? Also, am I at the right spot here? Yeah. Is it this building? Is it too close? It might be too close. No, it's still not letting me do that spot. Well, it's not worth fretting too much over. I would just like to know. What is the issue? What is the conflict? Are you the conflict? I doubt. Yeah, you're not the conflict. Nothing else is close enough to be a conflict. 'Cause I built these right up next to, like, in the right spot. Although, is that... That still fits there. And that's still the right spot. Although the bottom row disappears when I erased it. Curious. Not that we really need any more of these. So I'm just going to take this thing down. It'll be fine. This can go away as well. Back to there. So I could really just take even more, trimming more of this off, even though I don't think that's the problem. Oops. Wait, now you don't want me, don't want me to place you there? Oh wait, never mind. Never mind. Oh, now it's working. Now it's working. I think it doesn't want to come this way. No. Weird. This is really a weird building. Is that in the right spot? I think so. And that, yeah, okay, we're in the right spot. All right, stop worrying so much, Molly. Okay, so belt, you come here. We're gonna have 2 of you, I think, and you can do that. And you, oh yeah, I just took this one belt out right here. That's how I fixed it. That won't work. All right, we only need 1 then. But I want to also speed this up a little bit, so I have a lot of these cores in my pocket. Can I shove a bunch of those into here? I didn't want to shove them all in there, though. Let's do this instead. I would have liked to have done this a little differently so that I could get 2 inserters out of here, but I screwed that idea up a little bit. Can I fix it? Actually, yes, I could. You come here. I can fix it in a way, at least. Not that I need 2 all the time, but I would like to have 2 some of the time. Okay, so you can go there. Belt here would need to go flat up curve here. Like that. I gotta take that one out again, and then put this in here like that. Then you just need to be programmed with those. And then we need another F7 going this way. And then you can be this one, or is that going to be... Okay, good. And then this one. Good. And you can also be programmed with those. That way I can get 2 out, And then what I could do also is I could swipe the rest of these. Well, then I don't really need to get 2 out. I won't swipe the rest of them. I'll let them handle themselves. I'm just going to come down here and put down a box. Someone asked me in the comments if I could do... This was a bad example, but if you could do 2 inserters like this and then like this, and would it pass it along to the second one? And I don't think so. I think that's the answer to that. Yeah, it doesn't work. And that's why I'm doing them with a space in the middle, but they won't grab from each other either, so you have to put them on a belt. So, yeah. Let's go right here, and then let's do the little belts. I don't really want you to do that, but that's fine. And then we can do this. And then we can do this. The ones that I picked up from wherever I picked them up from can go in there. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful cores. And that won't be too long before that's full. I don't know what full is for those. For these towers, I mean, for these trees, but something is full. Something definitely is full. So we wanted to grab some stuff. We can also do some of these. If we have enough that we want to do, say, the monorail system, for example. If we did that, we could make the 40 monorail tracks for SC. But for RE, we wanted to grab some stuff. So let's go into the J, scroll up to the top, and RE just wanted 50 cooling systems and 200 conveyor belt Mark II. We have the cooling systems. We have a crap ton of cooling systems. And by crap ton, I mean precisely 86. But the belts we needed to grab some more of. So we could do that. And I'll just grab the whole stack minus the part that I had. I think that's fair. So I just have one whole stack, that is. And so that'll take care of that. Back into J again. We don't have advanced circuits, so HA is going to be a while. But that's also the one we don't need to do. We could make the monorail tracks. We need to make 40 of them for this. We could do that. RL also needs advanced circuits. We need to wait for that. And then this one, CB, needs atlantum ingots and high voltage cables. Neither of which we know how to make yet, I don't think. I think we need to have also a Mark II smelter in order to make atlantum ingots, but we can test that theory right now. Yeah, I can't even put them in here. So, presuming that that's how you make them, which I actually don't know. Is there a way to know in the game before I go and cheat on Techtonica-calculator.com? Maybe we can go into the tech tree and look at synthesis. No. So we might have to trim. Or cheat to... I've read power trim and it said trim. Which, by the way, we need to find that one. And that one. Interesting. Oh, let's see. I don't think there's anything left. Oh, yeah, monorail. We should just do monorail, then. And we can look at those 3 recipes. Monorail track, monorail depot, and monorail
Task
pole.
inbound.
Oh,
Monorail transit system construction. Enables mass transportation of allocated goods.
okay. Yeah, this is what I wanted. Probably logistics, then? Yeah. So monorail poles makes 2 with plant matter frames and iron components. Monorail depot has a power demand, 16 iron frames, 4 accumulators, and 8 cooling systems. And then monorail track also takes plant matter frames, plus copper wire and iron ingots. So it's a good thing we ran the things, all these things down the bus, because we're going to need them for making all these other things. Let's see. Back into the tech tree. Tool belt 3. Meh. Oh, by the way, the additional tool belt rows, you do shift and then the number, and it puts it there on the upper And it looks like you can go, there's all a bunch of dots. It looks like you can go up to like 10 maybe. And that's shift and then the number you want to put it on the top row. Is it control to put it on the bottom row? Yeah, it's control to put that one on the bottom row. And if you put the same thing on the bottom row that's on the top row already, it'll just swap them. So if you wanted to swap 1 and 2, we could do control 2, and that puts 2 on the bottom row and 1 on the top row. And so what I might want to do with my toolbars, if I ever get around to it, is rearrange them and have 1 be for like exploration stuff. So those 3 that are there, obviously, probably the lights as well, of course, and then maybe that's it. Maybe the foundation pieces and the stairs too. Not sure. And then make 2 be my factory stuff. So all the inserters, the assemblers, the belts, possibly the plant stuff, although that might be a candidate for a 3rd toolbar, and so on. To organize things a little bit, maybe we could put, and then maybe on toolbar 1 we have a couple of spots we do for the temporary things, like for example the core composer that we don't use that often, or maybe we have a toolbar completely devoted to power, or maybe we put that on the exploration toolbar too, since there's not going to be that much there. That kind of thing. So you can organize your things by toolbars, and then you can switch around what is on what one, and what is on your primary one, for that matter. So you are done here? Okay, good. You are. You are done here. You are done here. And actually, you're done here too, because we're not going to need any more than 1 long term, and we're not even going to need any more than 1 of these long term. So I'm just going to take that out too. That was just to get the backlog that was in here out. Okay. Sadly, it didn't build up as many of those cores as I was hoping it would. So toolbar 3, while it's useful, I don't think we need that any high. We could do the mining speed. We could do the mole flatten 7x7. That would be interesting. Synthesis, we talked about these. Threshing speed, even, I'm not kind of like meh on. Yeah, meh again. I think we should do accumulation 2. That gives us a little more power that we can have accumulated here. 50% more per accumulator, and we could even go put down some more accumulators too. So maybe it's worth it to do mass collect, mass erase, just so we can do that, and then we might as well do the lights too, just for fun. I don't really understand what this one is for. Enables formulation of core clusters from unassigned research cores in Core Composer. Assign core clusters to generate core boost bonuses. I don't fully understand. I guess it unlocks a core allocator, whatever that is, but I don't fully understand what it does. So yeah, there's that. I do have some ingots here though. We can dump the rest of this atlantum in there because I don't think we needed it for anything else. And let's dump most of, but not all of, this and this. I guess we can't dump a good chunk of that in there then. Sort, please, because it's full. Or I could move that to over here. That'd be a better option, I think. All of that but 1. Take these again. All of that but 1. Give me that. Put that in there. Sort. There we go. That's better. We got a lot of processors. I think I'm just going to feed those in the old-fashioned way. Yeah, given that. There you go. And upgrade the terminal. We have a ridiculous number because we picked them up in boxes. Tier unlocked. New technologies available. All right.
Terminal upgraded.
Thank you.
New technologies and recommended tasks available.
First thing I'm going to do is take this out.
All right, Breaker. You've learned how to get atlantum the fun and easy way with explosives. Now you have to actually do something with it.
Bummer.
Our smelters weren't built to burn it, so turning that ore into ingots won't be as simple as iron and copper.
Oh.
Start by threshing it into a powder.
Oh.
You'll also need to start supplying the production terminal with power from accumulators. See that big plug on the side of it? Yeah, a high voltage cable goes right in there with a voltage stepper on the other end. And make sure the stepper is on a floor with a good power network behind it. Try to find some time to explore it too. You've got more tools now to open some of the doors we've been finding signals for. Places where people might be trapped.
Oh, there's nobody alive, I'm sure of it. So, it says it needs power, although... Oh, yeah, here it is. 320 megajoules. That's megajoules. That's P for power. Oh, so it's just accumulator charge then. But we only have 45 megajoules, so we need a lot more accumulators built. So it's a good thing we're making them here at the end of our mall. Is it here we were making them? Yes. Because we need to build a few of those. Somewhere. We might want to pick out a place to make them, or to build them, because this room over here is nearly full. We can put a few more down in it, but it's nearly full. And we're going to need a little bit more charge. So we're going to want to do that now. Let's go see at the end here what we might have left to put on the room that, or the floor that's here. I don't have these on my thing. Accumulators here go to the old trusty. Wait, how did that get swapped? Oh yeah, F10, right. Here, please. And then we can expand this floor a little bit, but there's a voltage stepper here. This will connect us out to something over there, maybe up the river or something to the other place. But for now, I'm not going to use that one. But we'll have to do something similar to that for the, let's see, over here. For the other thing. Here, please. There, please. You're empty, right? Yeah. Can I just do a little bit of floor right here? Like this much? No, I cannot. Rude. I have 311 coolant. Why won't you let me build the floors there? Interesting. Okay, fine then. Rude. F10. Here, please. And then over here. And over here. And that's basically a full room now. We may or may not be able to eat at the walls, but even if we do... Oh, I guess we can put floor over here, so we could eat away at those walls. We could do some back here, too, which might actually be a better idea anyway. But for whatever weird reason, it will not let you put any in this area. Weird game reasons, I guess. Yeah, it's actually like a protected zone or whatever. So that's why it won't. Okay, whatever. And here too, yeah, this is also a protected zone. Alright. So we could expand a little bit more there, but that's pretty much it. Which means that we are at 600 megajoules. Wait. Oh. What was I looking at? It was 40 something. This is Power Network 3. How do we see... Is it... Depending on what floor I'm standing on? If that's the case, what the heck was I standing on? The actual, thing here? Like on the steps or something? Still says 600. I don't know what I was looking at before. I don't have the, I don't know. Memory? Excuse me. Thank you. To figure that part out. So we at least have some more accumulators, even if it's not enough, although it is enough, because it needed 320, we have 600, so that's not bad. Let's go to technologies. Terraforming, and we got a new tier now. That's this one. Atlantum processing. Mining drill Mark II is blocked because we need to do speed upgrades, but we should be able to do that. We have also another mole thing that we need to find. Let's go ahead and just do that. But we also have a flatten for the mole that we could always have taken as well. Mining drill Mark II is 80 though. Let's go ahead and take that one first. The bigger flatten, yeah, we could do that, I suppose. Yeah, let's just do it. Who cares? We're spending a lot, but we'll make more. We need to find that chip as well. Synthesis. There's crafting speed 3 here that we could take. And then we need to get up here to biodense 4. Which I don't know that we actually need for this, but this would be useful. I'm going to save it, though, for right now. Pack size 3, we were talking about this. Wait. Oh, yes, this actually I do want. Because this lets me not get encumbered as early. Yeah, so that one we probably want to do, but again, we'll wait for a moment. Suit speed 4, we need to find that chip, as well as HP flight 2. We did find an HP flight 3, it must have been, that's there. So that'll give us some jump height a little bit higher for the hover pack. And then Rail Runner facilitates personal traversal via monorail tracks. That one I would like to get. So right now we're at 60 plus 90 plus 65. Yeah, it's going to be a little expensive. Energy. Monorail spike trim 2 decreases accumulated charge consumption of monorail system by 20%. Okay. That we can't get until we get this one. THR is the thresher. Power amp 3, overall electrical output. That costs 120. That'd be nice to get. High voltage cable is red cubes or purple cubes. Let's do that one for sure. And we'll take a look at those in a moment. And then science here at Atlantum processing level. Omni Seeker detects resources and other items of interest. That would be useful to have as well. And Cool Dense 2 increases coolant density by 15%. Let's go ahead and do that one, which blocks me from most of the other ones that I said that I wanted, except for maybe craft speed or pack size. Maybe we should do packs. Let's do craft speed, and then let's work on setting up automated...
Task inbound.
Well, let's talk to you first.
Used to create high voltage power systems over substantial distances.
Nice.
Must be connected to voltage stepper in order to power machines.
So, for the production of things, that would be in tab. There it is. Mining drill Mark II, of course, we have now, so we can mine atlantum. That's just going to cost me some atlantum ingots, so we need to make that first. We need to go through the threshing process of the atlantum ore, as we were told by Spark. Here we have the high voltage cable, which costs plant matter frames and copper wire, as well as the voltage stepper, which costs iron frames, accumulators, and processor units. My initial thought is we're going to need a lot of these cables and less so of these steppers. So the cables might be more important to set up an automation for rather than both of them. Whether we want to do both of them or not is another story, but we could handcraft these fairly easily, whereas these are going to cost us a lot. We can handcraft these fairly easily because I don't think we're going to need that many of them. TM. But these I think we're going to need a lot of to run high voltage power all over the cave system here. So that we might want to wait on. Maybe we need to run high voltage power up to the elevator, because there was a high voltage plug on it, I think. And then also for the monorails, the poles might be good to automate. The depots less so, but then the tracks for sure. And those are actually fairly simple. These are actually the most complicated things to automate because of the cooling systems and the accumulators too. But I think these we definitely want to do. We definitely want to do these, but the poles, probably, because I don't know how often you need them, but probably we could test it and see before we set up an automation for it. Here, these lights, will just handcraft those as we handcraft them. This way, they cost the same, except they cost one more copper wire to make the color ones. I was thinking about making these balloon lights, these overhead lights. There is one in the accumulator room that I found, I think, at an off-camera thing when I was rearranging all the accumulators to make the spacing wider. And I learned it by that, and they do cast a lot of light. This is pretty bright here, I think. Even on YouTube, it's pretty bright in this area. Largely because I think Victor's emitting a lot of light, plus there's still a lot of light-emitting plants around. But some of those caves are kind of dark, so depending on where we're going to build stuff at, like I'm thinking where we're going to bring in materials to here, or if we're going to outsource and build anything on site someplace with local materials. We may want to use some balloon lights there just to cast a bunch of light, but meh. And these beacons, I don't know how much I'm going to actually use them, just being honest. We have atlantum powder and atlantum mixture now. Atlantum powder has no ingredient listed, but I think this must be what we make in the thresher out of the atlantum ingots, and then sorry, out of the atlantum ore. And then the atlantum mixture is atlantum powder plus kindlevine plus shiverthorn. Ooh. To smelt it into atlantum ingots. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. And then anything over here? Negative. Not yet. Okay. So I think what we should do is do the atlantum thing first. Do I have a thresher? Do I have a... Yes, I do. I have a Mark 1 and a Mark 2. I wonder if you can do it in the Mark 1 or not. You can go on to trusty old F10. And then once this core composer's done composing cores, we re-extend the bus and we can set up Maybe over here some mall areas for the power cables and the monorail tracks, at least, possibly also the poles, and then probably hand make these two things. Just thoughts. So let's go ahead and do some testing with this atlantum. In order to do that, of course, I need to come up here and get the ore that we put away and see what that is going to take. Let's go over here to this empty space that I don't have a use for right now. My intent, I think, was to use this for making this stuff, but then I didn't do it the same way that I thought I was going to. So I suppose I should potentially have put it back here, and then I could have used this more for bus stuff, but it's fine. Thresher. Oops, F10, not 0. There, please. And then you can have this, and it does work in a regular thresher. So we don't need to make the Mark II threshers just yet. We could use the Mark II thresher, though, for this process, and it makes limestone, too. Oh, nice. So we could use the Mark II thresher for this just to make it faster, but until we have enough ingots...
Smelting atlantum.
Oh, thank you.
Supply threshers with atlantum ore to produce atlantum powder. Combine atlantum powder with kind lavine extract and sugarthorn extract to produce altantum mixture. Smelt atlantum mixture into atlantum ingot.
Mm-hmm. So where do we make the mixture? I didn't hear. Can be handcrafted, but we make it in an assembler, I guess? Must be, because that's the only thing we can use to kind of mix things. Let's set up an assembler. Again, just testing. I'm going to take all of this, please. Actually, I'll just let you finish. I'll take that too, sure. And then let's go, yes, atlantum mixture is here. And so you get this, this, and that. And it's going to run out of Kindle Vine pretty fast. Or kind lavine, if you'd like to call it that. Yeah, I should probably put some of this crap in a box. Thinking about putting it at the end of the bus, but we don't have an end to the bus yet, so maybe not. But I can also put them down here and just have the belts split and output, you know, some Kindle Vine this way, some of everything this way, and put it all into boxes if we wanted buffer boxes for this stuff. And then these could just pull off their line or something. Why are those so slow? Because that's all that's getting produced? Oh, because... No, because we're backed up on Kindle Vine. Because they're not outputting fast enough? Or... I don't think those are outputting fast enough. Now we gotta look at that at some point. You, here, go. Oh, output is full. Alright, sorry. Yeah, we have to take these every set of 4. Because it's an assembler, so it's cranky. But I think that proves the point, at least, so we can automate this. Yeah, let's just automate this later. Here, give me that. Alright, so it's one of those to crush the ore, into one of these to mix the stuff. We could feed those two things maybe down this way, and do this setup over here. The biggest issue is, eventually the ore is going to be coming from over there, when we start mining it with the Mark II miners. So maybe this isn't the best area, but we could always sneak a belt under the production terminal of ore coming over to here. Eventually we could use a monorail track to bring it in, maybe behind the production terminal or something, depending on how big this goes. I don't know how deep those go either. But we can do that. But I think we'll save that adventure for another episode, as well as the adventure going back to RE. We did a lot of adventuring today. We also did some new research today and some new learning today, so we are doing well, I think, and we'll just kind of see how this plays out as time goes. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all next time. Bye for now.